Hey everyone, so I took a break, had some lunch, recharged my camera battery, having some coffee, and I'm now ready to declutter some of my fall/winter clothes. So those have already been put in my storage. I've already gone through my fall/winter stuff sometime in October, and it was only just recently that I'm like, you know what, I need to get rid of some of this stuff. So I already pulled the stuff aside that I want to declutter, so you're not going to see like a bunch of clothes and me sorting through them like you did with my summer outfits. I'm just going to be throwing on the bed the items I am decluttering. So yeah, let's get right to this second part of the declutter. All right, so this is all the fall/winter clothing I want to get rid of. And FYI, there are two pieces I added to the spring/summer declutter pile that I forgot about that I wanted to get rid of, and another two items that I didn't feel myself placing on the bed, but they're there. So two more items I want to declutter from the fall/winter wardrobe. And I do have a couple of jackets here that I want to declutter as well. So for my fall and winter clothing, since you didn't see me do some decision making, I thought I'd go through each pile and give a brief rundown of why I'm decluttering it. So let's start off with this pile. This is the bad purchases pile, and they're not only bad purchases on my part, they were also quite pricey items, like this dress. Pretty sure it was up to $100, and I bought it at the same time I purchased another dress that I actually wear a lot more, and I bought this back in 2019 in the springtime and never wore it. So I think I need to cut my losses with this one. I just don't like the shape of it on me and how flowy it is. The other one, it just suits me better. I don't know, I like it more. It's like a shacket, I guess. Is that what you call it? In the fall and summer, I still like wearing tanks mostly. So I thought this would be a good layering piece, but I just really don't like the sleeves on them. They're a bit too big for my arms. I'm pretty small, like I've mentioned before. So again, bought this probably back in 2014, 15. Never wore it, so time to let this one go as well. And the same can be said about this one. It's a very long cardigan. I just really like the color of it, but in reality I haven't worn it, and I purchased this back in 2016 and have never worn it. So these three items, I'm just cutting my losses with them. Never worn them. Just been sitting in my closet. Someone else is going to get joy out of them. Next are these two pants, and if you haven't noticed, they are light washed. One's white, one is cream. For the white pants, it's not that I don't like it, but I think the material, it just doesn't work for me when it comes to the white. If maybe this was denim and it was more structured and not as like wrinkly and doesn't look as obviously bunched up, I think I would probably like it more. Otherwise, I don't really reach for bottoms this color. Same goes with this cream colored one. It's not that these look bad either, it's just I can't do cream. I just feel like I'm gonna look naked from afar if I wear these. So I just never reach for them, even when I thought I was gonna reach for them, maybe in the evenings during the warmer months. I never did. I rather just reach for my jeans. So these, they're gonna go. And someone who actually enjoys wearing these colors more than I do will hopefully get better use out of them. So next pile here are sweater dresses. And the theme of these three here is that they are kind of oversized, slightly flowy. And during the fall and winter months, this definitely used to be, I guess, my uniform, you would call it, because at the time that I wore this a lot, that's when I was going through some digestive issues. And how that relates to the clothing I wore is that whenever I ate out with family or friends or went out drinking, my gut would just bloat like crazy, be in a lot of pain if I wore anything too tight. So underneath, I was always wearing leggings that I rolled down to just let this area expand. Or if I was wearing any pants or skirts, I had to zip them down. And these types of flowy items, same with some of the tops here, would actually cover that. So yeah, they were just a way for me to hide my bloated, upset stomach. So now you may be wondering, okay, well, if I used to wear all these kind of like flowy, oversized sweater dresses, then what about these more fitted items here that I'm decluttering? Well, for these three, let's say, what I would do is I would wear leggings underneath them, and then I have some cardigans that I would wear over top. So if I was ever feeling bloated and I roll down my pants, I would just cover up with a cardigan. Otherwise, I did like the fit of this. Again, it's kind of like a t-shirt mini, but it is a bit tight around the armpits for me. And ever since I got a light gray crop top, I've been wearing that more with skirts than I have with this on its own. And this is kind of too short to wear on its own. So I used to just layer this with a skirt on top, but now that I have a crop top, that's way more comfortable around the pits. And I believe that is a cotton material, whereas this one's not. That one's more comfortable. And even then, I haven't worn this in a long time, so time to let go of that. So as for this one, I mean, I did get good use out of it, especially when I was working at the office, because this fit me nicely. It had a nice cowl neck, so I didn't feel too stuffy. But I don't know, I'm kind of just over this dress, I guess. When I think about what I would wear now, it's this really nice black cotton turtleneck that I have that's really nice and fitted, and I would pair that with a knitted midi skirt I have, and I like that outfit more so than I like wearing this with leggings underneath. So I'm gonna let that go. This one I also wore with only leggings, but I liked wearing this a lot because of the color, and then I would just layer a cardigan over it. But I haven't reached for this in a long time. It's kind of old, and frankly, I've never been a fan of this like half-length sleeve. I haven't worn it in a long time. I would prefer just wearing, again, a long sleeve top of this color with my jeans or that knitted midi skirt I have, and call it a day for my outfit. So this is a mini bodycon knitted dress. It's a nice dusty mauve color, and the first and last time I wore this was on my 28th birthday, and I'm turning 31 this month. So yeah, I think it's time to let this one go. I actually forgot that I had this in my closet until I saw it, and I thought, oh my god, I only wore that once. You know, at first I was trying to think like, okay, maybe I could wear it again, layer it underneath a skirt. I don't necessarily need to put this over my neck. I could just hide it behind my neck and wear this as a normal kind of V-neck midi. But I am just kind of like over this dress in general. Ever since I purchased this wool Henley style midi dress that's long sleeve in a beige color that I like wearing way more than something like this. So time to let this one go as well. This knitted sweater, I love the color. It's like this muddled, dusty pink, but I'm just kind of over the front here. It's just a bit too much for me now. And sure, I could cut the strings and call it a day, but I just am over this corset type of look. I'd rather it just be a button up like this. This I actually purchased this year, and I'm already decluttering. I got this on Yes Style. I just wanted a nice white long sleeve rib caged type of sweater, but I have a few problems with this. First off, this V-neck cut is way too high. It's kind of awkward, and there's just a lot of material around the pits here. I don't know if it's to accommodate a bigger bust, which I do not have. I'm definitely not a busty girl. I'm part of the itty bitty titty committee or whatever you'd like to call it. And I noticed that there's like this dirt stain here that I tried washing out twice and still not coming out. So this dirt stain not coming out, I really don't like the cut, and just I don't like how it fits at the top here. Can you see how much bigger it looks in this area? I'm not about to wear a padded bra for this top, so this is just going to get decluttered. All right, so this, it's beige long sleeve. The sleeves are very long, and I think it just got a little bit stretched out. It's pilled. I don't really like wearing it anymore. Sometimes I just reach for it because I have it. Otherwise, I'm not really a fan of it anymore. I used to wear it a lot when I first got it, but that was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. All right, this top, I'm pretty sure I have not worn this top since university. And the reason I kept it for so long is because the pattern is super cute. There's like these little horses on it, like rocking horses or something. But I'm just not into wearing these types of blouses anymore. And I noticed when it comes to polyester blouses, I get pretty hot, which is why I still like wearing tank tops in the fall winter months with a cardigan over, so I can just get some air between my armpits. So this, as cute as it is, I haven't worn it in a long time. And I think when it comes to the type of red I like, it's not this type of like warm brown red. It's something more like wine colored, like this top here. I prefer this type of burgundy color rather than something with a brown tint to it. Speaking of brown, I actually have these two tops here that I'm decluttering because I realized I'm not a brown person at all. I have the black version of this tank and I reach for that way more than this one. I've tried wearing this a handful of times and I just don't like it, so I'm gonna declutter this. Whereas this is a plaid top, you know, every Canadian must have one, but this one is not meant for me. Again, I'm just not someone who likes wearing brown a whole lot, and the red that's in this is a brown red. This is a nice cotton top. It was pretty comfortable, but I think I wore this once in 2019 to the office and then never again because I just didn't like it. But I kept it because it's really soft and comfy. And yeah, I guess I like the overall plaid look in general, but I didn't feel my best in this. All right, some two tops here. So this one is a sleeveless black ribbed turtleneck that I got from Zara. I believe this one is made of viscose. Yeah, this one is made of viscose and polyamide, but I actually have a sleeveless turtleneck that's all cotton. Hold on, let's see if I could find it. Yeah, so this is the sleeveless turtleneck that I have that's all cotton, and I'd much rather wear this than this. I think I bought this one because I completely forgot about this. I guess it's also I wanted something texturally different, but between the two, I'm way more comfortable in this one. So this one is staying, obviously, and this one I'm gonna let go of. And lastly, it's this beige top. It actually does fit me fine, but it is slightly see-through. And again, this half-length sleeve, I'm not about that. So I never wore this since my mother gave it to me. I think she bought this in Korea, and it's just been sitting in my drawer for the past couple of years, and I've never reached for it. It's a shame because it's really nice and soft, and it fits me well, but I don't know, I'm just not into it. This is a shearling, maybe even faux shearling, I'm not sure, jacket. It is cropped, and the last time I wore this one was in 2013, so yeah, time for this one to go. It's a really nice jacket, and it's not to say that because the jacket's brown that I don't like it. I actually don't mind that it's like this nice chocolatey dark brown color. I think it's because it's cropped, so when it's the colder months, I do need a jacket that's gonna cover my midriff and maybe go down to my butt. This one, because it's cropped, air is getting in here, making me colder. I lack insulation in general. This needs to go to someone else. Lastly, it is this only blazer. I bought this when I went to France to visit family when I was 15 years old. That's how old this blazer is. It's actually still in great condition, but I have not worn this since my university days, I think. Like, again, I just kind of forgot about it, and ever since I got, you know, that oversized boyfriend blazer that I was wearing so much more, and I liked that it was longer past my waist, whereas this, I believe, just hits my waist slightly above. Again, not bad at all. It still fits me, but I just don't wear it. However, it's still in great condition, so hopefully whoever takes this, they will appreciate this blazer so much more. And yeah, I can't believe myself. I kept this since I was 15 years old. But again, I did wear it up until my 20s. So it was a good buy. Oh, hold on a second. So I went to the other room to grab this jacket that I wanted to declutter as well. I purchased this from Zara back in maybe 2012, 2013. I remember seeing my cousin's friend's girlfriend were a similar coat. I really liked it, so I bought it myself. And the reason I'm decluttering it is because the sleeves are falling apart. I noticed a couple of weeks ago that not only were the edges here peeling off, it just is starting to kind of decay on the sleeves here because this isn't real leather, it's fake. I'm ready to let this one go. Frankly, as much as I liked the look of it, I didn't really enjoy how it looked on me. It was kind of a bit too boxy, and even when I drew in the strings here to make it a bit more cinched at the waist, it didn't look the best either. So I still wore it up until this point. I was wearing it recently until I noticed all this fraying happening. And another thing I wasn't a fan of about this coat is that it didn't really keep me that warm. So I'm amazed at myself that I kept this coat for so long. I think it's just because I liked the sleeves and the color for so long that I'm like, no, I'm gonna make it work. But in reality, it wasn't even serving me well with the primary function of keeping me warm and breaking some wind. So yep, anyways, wore this for as long as I could until it started fraying here. So thank you for your service. It's time to go. Everything is folded. I did a count again. So with the summer clothes, it went from 28 to 30 because I added 2 pieces that I forgot about. And excluding the 2 jackets here, the total amount of fall winter items I am decluttering is 23. With the 2 jackets, it's 25. In total, what you see on the bed here, it's 55 pieces in total that I am decluttering. I'm pretty proud of myself that I was able to let go of this amount of clothing. And if you didn't catch it already, a lot of these clothes I've had for a long time. I think the only ones that are fairly new is this one right here and then this sleeveless ribcage top. Otherwise, a lot of the stuff I've had in my wardrobe for a while, or it was given to me by a family member when they were decluttering. If anything, obviously, the regrets are here, these 3 pieces. They were quite pricey. I've never worn them. My money's already lost either way, so I'm ready to let those go. Another interesting thing about this fall winter declutter is that I'm letting go of a bunch of items that I used to wear all the time. They were my go-tos. They were my uniform, so to speak, during the fall winter. But yeah, I guess my style has changed. You know, my gut feels a lot better, so I don't feel the need to roll down my pants anymore and use a top to hide it. Yeah, I haven't been reaching for them a lot, and when I do, I maybe wear them once a year, so it's time to let go of these items. Now, after this video, what I'm going to do is just sort through all of this to see which ones are still in good condition to give away, and then the ones that are like super pilled, like the stupid dirty top here, all that stuff, I may have to dispose of it. But from the looks of it, I think there's a lot of clothing pieces here that can still be worn by someone else who's going to appreciate them more. So yeah, that is it for this spring, summer, fall, winter wardrobe declutter.